What's up, everybody? Kyle Evans here from the Kyle Evans Real Estate Channel. Today I have a video that I think you're going to like. What should you do? Should you rent or should you buy? So this is an argument that has been going around for quite some time. A lot of people will tell you that they think home ownership's better, but there are some very well-known people out there and influential people that will tell you that renting is superior to home buying. And each person has their arguments. What I'm here to do is to have an open mind and just give you my 2 cents on it and tell you the pros and cons, or what I think the pros and cons are of both, and how I think it's personal to each person. So I'm a real estate agent. Obviously, I'm not in the business for renting. I mean, I guess I could do rentals, but I don't. So you would think that I would just tell you should be a homeowner and then tell you 15 reasons why I think you should buy a house and why you should never rent. But that's not what I'm going to do, because I'm open and I'm honest. And if I have a client that is asking me that question and I honestly thought it would be better for them to rent, then I would tell them to rent. So some of the things that I go into with people is, well, when do you plan on moving next? Okay, with the market right now, as we know, prices have gone up quite a bit, and I still see them going up for quite some time. Will they eventually stabilize, and will someday in the future they go down? I mean, all markets go through cycles. So I always tell people, if you're on the move right now between jobs, or you don't know if you're going to be moving again soon, out of state or relocating, I would suggest, renting's probably the better option then at that point, especially in this market. You don't want to buy a house, close on it, and then have to sell it within the next year. So if you're in that circumstance, I would say maybe rent until you're in a situation where you know that you're going to stay somewhere. The other one is, how much do you value being able to do what you want in your living space? So if you rent, a lot of these rentals right now don't allow pets. And if they do allow pets, the pets have to be a certain size or certain kind of pet, where if you own your house, you could have as many pets as you want, within the town compliance. How much do you value noise or hanging out in your backyard and being able to do whatever you want basically on your own property? So that's something to take in consideration. If you're a more private person, or you're a pet person, or you like just being able to make decisions and not have to worry about anybody else, then I would say home ownership's probably the better bet for you. The other big one that a lot of people I don't think about is the fact that rents historically over the last decades have continuously gone up. So if I showed you a graph right now of rental prices, it will look something like this, with a couple little tiny dips in the middle. But overall, just like home prices, monthly rent amounts will go up historically, and they'll continue to go up. There's really no reason why they wouldn't continue to go up. Where home values will continue to also go up. We might see some dips or some quick, crashes in history or in the future, but overall, they're going to go up. And when you're renting, you don't know how often those rental prices are going to change. Your landlord could update the rent on you, or your landlord wants to sell the property and you have to go find another one, and rents went up double by the last time that you locked into your last rental. Where if you get a mortgage, you could go out and buy a house today and say it's $1,500 a month for your mortgage. Well, you have the opportunity to lock that $1,500 in for the next 30 years. And I promise you that rent prices are going to go up considerably over a 30-year span, where if you could lock in that $1,500 mortgage right now, it might seem expensive, but with inflation and everything down the road, it's like, hey, I'm only paying $1,500 a month for this house. Most people don't stay in their homes 30 years, but it gives you that option to lock in that payment and know it's never going to go up. Not only that, like I said earlier, home prices are continually going up. So not only are you locking in that exact same payment, but you're also over the years going to make appreciation on your home that you could take out in forms of home equity loans, or you could refinance, do a cash out refinance and take some money out. And then in the future down the road, when you sell, hopefully you've been in the home long enough to gain some appreciation and make some money. I know I've taken out a home equity loan this year. I know a lot of people that have taken out home equity loans, and they're pulling cash out of their houses where if they were renting, they wouldn't have had the opportunity to do that. And with interest rates so low right now, many people are also lowering their mortgage while taking money out. So That's another huge bonus for home ownership. And then the last thing that I was going to touch on is, availability. Obviously that has something to do with it. If you can't find a house right now and you're forced to rent, there's not much that you could do there, but we're going to see inventory start picking up, I hope. But if not, I understand some people are in a circumstance where they're just going to have to rent temporarily while they're looking, and that is what it is. But so there's a lot of a lot of things to think about when making the decision. I personally find home ownership to be valuable for most people, but in certain circumstances, I would understand why renting would make more sense. If you're somebody that doesn't like having to shovel a driveway, cut the grass. I'm not saying if you own a home you can't hire people to do that, but in rental properties, 9 times out of 10, that's going to be taken care of and included in the rent. Or if something major happens to the property, that's also usually covered by the landlord. Where if you own a home, you'd have to take care of it. All things to think about. But over the long haul, you should be able to make money by living in a home and save money on a monthly basis. So any other questions about that, or if you're ready to start your house hunt, comment below or reach out to me at kyle.evans@huntrealestate.com. If you yourself have a different opinion on anything I said, please comment below. I'd love to have a discussion about it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. We'll see you on the next one.